Here we go. I'm actually gonna go down to the post office and mail a phone back home, my iPhone that I completely destroyed. Get that in the mail and then start making my way back to the trail, get on the buses, trolleys, and go to Red's, get my resupply. I've got 3 days worth of food in my pack, so I'm not going to use all my resupply, so a lot of that will go in the hiker box. But anyways, here we go. I am getting ready to get back on the trail. I'm at Red's Meadows right now. Just got my resupply. I couldn't use all of it, so we just left it, a lot of it in a box. Keep in mind, here at Red's Meadow, they do not have a hiker box here. So if you send anything and you tell them to put it in the hiker box, they are going to give it to their employees. So that I'm not really super crazy about. I'd rather see it go to hikers instead. But that's just something that they do. But anyways, the general store here is where you actually send yours to. It's sitting at the elevation of 7750. It's 11:42. I'm going to push for as many miles as I can today. I ate a little bit of my food, trying to eat up some of that weight, but at the same time also had one beer. Bought me a Coors Light because I only had one Yeehaw in my resupply, and I want to make sure I have that Yeehaw for the finish, or at least on U-Pass. Alright, as you're leaving Red's Meadows going back to the trail, you'll come up on this little post. I always like these are very cool. You got different signage pointing to different directions: Canada, Mexico, Tuolumne Meadows, Whitney, Happy Isles, you just name it. It's just got so many different things here. That's cool. I want to do something like that at my house in my backyard. All the places I ever wanted to visit, or all the places I have visited. But either way, you'll cross this little path and now you're back on the little trail that's going to take you to the JMT, PCT, all that. So good to be back on trail. The only thing is I don't have my iPhone, so I'll be shooting everything on the GoPro and pulling still shots off that if I need any pictures. But you know, I will. Okay, I just got back on trail here at Red's Meadows. I think I'm going to drop down here and check out Rainbow Falls. Met a couple women who are up here for a day hike, and they highly recommended it. So this isn't like it's like really close to Tennessee or anything, so I'm going to check it out. I've got nothing but time to do it. This is going to add maybe 2 hours. I'll hike down the trail once I'm back up here. I'll probably hike till dark tonight, find me a campsite, just because I've not been on the trail all day. But we've got Rainbow Falls in the Smokies. Well, let's see what this Rainbow Falls looks like here in the Sierra Nevada mountains. As with most of the trails out here, they're slightly graded, nothing like horribly bad, so that's very nice. So this should be an easy climb out. They talk like it's probably about a mile down and about a mile back up, so I'm looking at 40 minutes or so, somewhere in that neighborhood. Made it to Rainbow Falls. It's really not that far off of the JMT, about a mile long trail, but Rainbow Falls drops about 101 feet down, and it's part of the middle fork of the San Junquin River or something like that. That's that one right there. Don't ask me to butcher it. But what's cool about Rainbow Falls is that there's an actual rainbow. cool is that? Pretty awesome. I've never seen a rainbow at the Smokies Rainbow Falls, but I have seen a rainbow at this one. Pretty neat. There you have it. Got about a mile back to the trail, and then I'm on my way northbound on the JMT. Well, I just ran into a park ranger. Asked him about the Yosemite Fire. It appears to be west of the park, but it's only 2% contained. He said he looked at a webcam this morning and it's very smoky in the valley, so we'll see. Hopefully that clears up a little bit. It's stuck doing half dome and not be able to have any views, but it is what it is. Can't control any of that. Back on the JMT, heading north. Now we're making forward progress. I mean, I was just so close to Rainbow Falls, you can't just not go. I mean, it's just a 2-mile round trip and a pretty awesome, impressive waterfall. Definitely living up to its name today with the rainbow. So that was cool. I caught a rainbow at Rainbow Falls. Pretty neat. Plus I think I'm going to have time to kill, but the smoke in Yosemite is definitely concerning me. I hope they're still allowing people to climb Half Dome. We will see though. Well, you can see we've made it to Devil's Postpile. Check this out. How amazing is this? And all these little rocks right here, they're the collapsed remnants of some of those piles. You can see they're almost in a perfect octagon shape. Wasn't a hard hike. Something to keep in mind is against the law to be walking on these rocks. We've seen these signs here, but those rocks, they're like a perfect octagon shape, standing straight up for the most part. Some of it is kind of bent over. You can see, pretty neat. Got a little cool bridge here we can cross. If I can walk. I think I'm going to have just a little bit of a climb, but I'm not necessarily sure where this thing is taking me. Either up over that pass or down in that valley. Your guess is as good as mine. I would say the pass, though, if I was guessing. Well, I've made it down to this lake. Not sure if that's Shadow Lake or a different one. So I would kind of like to get to Garnet if I could today. I want to push as hard as I can to get into Yosemite, so I have an extra day to kind of do some side trails or just go into Yosemite Valley and walk around. Just some of that. But man, look at this. This is beautiful. Wow. Can't stand around too long out here. Skeeters will get you. So we don't spend much idle time. I'm not sure if that's shadow. If there's a trail intersection on the other side of this thing, that's shadow. Which is good, which means I have roughly 3 more miles to do if I want to get to Garnett. I can do that. Alright guys, we've made it here to Rosalie Lake. Roughly about 9.2 miles from Reds, somewhere in that neighborhood. I was going to try to push for a little bit more, trying to finish this thing up in the next few days. But I decided this place is too beautiful. I'm just going to stay here and sit out here on the rocks sunbathing like a California seal or something. I was just out there just watching the water. Come up, set my tent up, and seen this guy setting his stuff up, and eventually came over here to say hello. And would you know it, he is a Smoky Mountains 900 miler too. And wouldn't you know, he's from Knoxville. So what's the odds that 2 men from East Tennessee randomly just pop up, and especially 2 Smoky Mountain 900 milers, given that right here at the same place all the way across the United States in California on the John Muir Trail. How awesome is that? This is Mark. Very, very awesome.
Hello.
Very awesome.
Phenomenal.
We've just been laughing about it and just chit-chatting and just, this is way too cool. I've had a lot of people ask me, as soon as I open my mouth, they're like, where are you from? Because they know I'm not from here, because they can hear the twang. And I'll say, you know, East Tennessee. Like, oh, okay. And not one person I've come across, and I've seen like probably hundreds of people on this trail so far going north and south. Not one person from Tennessee. Now, Mark has met someone from Memphis, but we really don't count Memphis as Tennessee.
No, it's not Tennessee.
No. So, so here we are, and pretty much plan on finishing roughly the same time frame.
About the same time frame.
And how cool is that? I mean, that's like mind-blowing. Pretty awesome. You never know. You just have to go out there and just say hey to someone. They might be your neighbor. You have no idea.